Good afternoon. Let us try to develop the thermodynamic temperature scale. So we write thermodynamic temperature scale. Okay, and this is based on the corollary of the Carnot theorem. The theorem says the corollary says that the efficiency of a reversible heat engine is only dependent on the temperatures of the source and the sink, nothing else. Okay, not even the property of the working fluid and not on the quantity of the working fluid involved. In all other temperature scales, the use of the property of the thermometric fluid has been made. So a thermodynamic temperature scale can be defined as one which is independent of the property of the thermometric fluid. Now let us try to develop some correlation and let us understand very carefully the arrangement. Suppose I have a temperature, a source at a temperature T1, and here I am attaching one heat engine, say heat engine 1, which is drawing Q1 amount of heat from this reservoir at temperature T1 and rejecting Q2 amount of heat at a temperature say T2 to another heat engine for which this is the input, and this is rejecting some Q3 amount of heat to another sink at temperature T3. Look at this very carefully. So you see this HE1 and HE2, they are connected in series. How? HE1 is taking Q1 amount of heat at temperature T1 and delivering and rejecting Q2 amount of heat at temperature T2, and this heat engine HE2 is drawing Q2 amount of heat at temperature T2 and rejecting Q3 amount of heat at temperature T3. Now had these two heat engine been clubbed together, and if I imagine another heat engine which is a combination of these two, so then this heat engine is drawing some Q1 amount of heat from this high temperature source and delivering Q3 amount of heat at temperature T3. Is that clear? Now let us say the efficiency of this heat engine is eta 1, this is eta 2, this is eta 3. So eta 1, as we know, is equal to 1 minus Q2 by Q1. So remember, eta 1 is only dependent on T1 and T2. That's what the corollary says. So Q2 is associated with temperature T2, Q1 is associated with the temperature T1. So therefore Q2 by Q1 can be written as a functional relationship between T2 and T1. Am I clear? And the same functional relationship should be valid for the other two heat engines also. So similarly, now I write eta 2 is equal to 1 minus, what is eta 2? The efficiency of this 1 minus Q3 by Q2. So from there we can write Q3 by Q2 is f of T3 comma T2. Similarly, eta 3 is equal to 1 minus Q3 by Q1. So thereby Q3 by Q1 is f of T3 comma T1. So look at this, these quantities have been very carefully manipulated, okay, so that we can write that Q3 by q1 this divided by q3 by q2. What does it return? Q3 and Q3 will get cancelled, so this will return Q2 by Q1. What does it mean? It means that f of Q3 by Q1, f of T3 comma T1 divided by f of T3 comma T2 is equal to f of T2 comma T1. So what does it signify? It's very interesting to see here that this is a function. It is not dependent on T3, but this function is dependent on T3. This function is dependent on T3, but the ratio is not dependent on T3. What does it mean? It means that the function f must be of some product type. F of xy must be equal to some fx into fy, or must be of some quotient type. F of xy must be equal to some fx by f of y. If we take the product type, you can see if I say fxy is equal to fx into fy, then from here what do we see? If product type taken, then what happens here? This becomes f of T3 into f of T1 divided by f of T3 divided by f of T2. That should have been equal to f of T2 into f of T1. So you see it's not matching. So what is the other possibility? So the quotient type or the ratio type. So if it is ratio type, then what happens? We can see this will become f of T3 by f of T1, and this one will become f1 T3 by f of T2, and this would have been f of T2 by f of T1. So you see there is a perfect matching. This one gets cancelled. ft2 gets in the numerator, ft1 in the numerator, so it is matching. So we may say that the functional relationship with the temperature is like this, that Q2 by Q1 is equal to f of T2 f of T1. I should have taken a different function here. Let it be theta. I should have taken a different function here. Let it be theta. Let it be theta. And here let it be alpha. So here let it be theta. Theta, and here let it be alpha. A small correction you make. So this must be like this. So this is f of T2 comma T1. This must be of the type alpha T2 by alpha T3. So what does it mean? It means further that Q2 divided by alpha T2 is equal to Q1. This is QT1, huh? Q1 by alpha T1. So this is a very interesting thing, that Q1 is associated with a function of that temperature where the heat transfer is occurring, okay, is equal to Q2 T2 is equal to Q3 alpha T3 and so on. So that means the heat transfer and the associated temperature has got a particular functional relationship, and they are, they are proportional. So actually what Kelvin did, Kelvin had taken a very simplified function. So what did he say? He said that let me take that Q1 by f T1, sorry, it is alpha T1 equal to Q2 by alpha T2. He said let this function be equal to that temperature itself. That means you could have taken alpha T equal to some e to the power t, or you could have taken alpha T equal to some t square. If you do this, then the scales will not be linear. So what he did, he said let Q1 be proportional to the temperature itself, and let it be denoted by the capital T. So let it be Q1 by T1, Q1 by T1 be equal to Q2 by T2, with further restrictions that he said that let it be a linear scale, and between he ran a heat engine, and he decided that let the boiling point of water, let it be TH under normal temperature, normal pressure, and the freezing point of ice or water, let it be TL, and let this, between these, let there be 100 divisions. So TH minus TL is 100. Okay. He further correlated if a heat engine is run between this boiling point of water as a high temperature source and the freezing point of water as a low temperature sink, what will be the efficiency of that heat engine? So 1 minus eta equal to 1 minus Q2 by Q1 should be equal to 1 minus TL by TH. This he found by various correlation to be equal to 0.26809 or something like that, this figure. Okay, so if that is so, then I have this equation and I have this equation. Can I solve this? Okay, let's try to do this. So from 2, what we get, TH minus TL divided by TH is equal to 0.2608. 809. And TH minus TL is 100. So 100 by TH is your this 0.2608 809, and thereby TH is equal to 100 divided by, how much does it come? So it is 100 divided by 0.26809. So it's coming to very close to 273. Sorry, 373. And what about TL? So TL must be 100 less than this, 273. So according to Kelvin scale, the boiling point of water is 373 Kelvin. So T boiling is this, T freezing is of water is 273, and the scale is linear. So it's pretty clear that this scale can be obtained by adding 273 with the Celsius scale. Is it okay? Thank you.